Here we are in Newport, Oregon. It is Saturday, August 31st of 2024, here in the Nye Beach area of Newport on the Central Oregon coast. The weather is a bit sour, but not terribly bad. At least it's not raining. Look at the waves crashing on shore. Over there in the distance, you can see the lighthouse. It's the Yaquina Bay Lighthouse, or Yaquina Head Lighthouse, which is the tallest lighthouse on the Oregon coast, over in the Agate Beach area. Not sure if you could see it clearly because of the dense fog. I was really hoping the weather will be nice and sunny like it was the last time I was here. But sadly, it's Oregon. The weather is unpredictable. So enough said, I'm gonna head down to the sand and get close to the water. There's quite a bit of tourists playing on the beach today, flying their kites and checking out the tide pools. A lot of people from out of state and even out of the country. It's Labor Day weekend. People spending their holiday away from home, doing something cool and different. The beach access is really perfect. The parking, however, is a bit tricky. Zoom in closer to the lighthouse. I think the light comes on like maybe every, yep, see the light coming on in the lighthouse. Probably comes on like every 10 to 15 seconds. Can feel the breeze. It's actually nice being out here because the weather inland is supposed to be really hot and dry, whereas the weather out here on the coast is much cooler and breezier thanks to the big ocean, with a lot of moisture evaporating into the air and creating all this cloud coverage and fog. So without further ado, let's go down to the beach and check out the sand. Here I am on the beachfront. See the waves crashing onto the shore. Also, one valuable lesson to learn when you're on the beach: never turn your back on the ocean, because you just don't know if there's going to be sneaker waves and rip tides. Just up on that cliffside, got some hotel resorts for people from out of town and out of state to come and stay at for the night, so they can view the ocean from their hotel rooms and watch a beautiful sunset on a clear day. And here's the north side of Nye Beach. Yeah, it's pretty foggy over there. Bet you can feel mist coming down if you're over there. The beach is obviously all sandy, so make sure that you wear your flip-flops and your sandals. And definitely when it's cool and breezy out here, I suggest you wear a sweatshirt or a coat. Definitely a sweatshirt. Looks like we got some seaweed that washed ashore, like seaweed and kelp. But also watch out for crabs and watch out for jellyfish. Here's the tide pools. I was here last year floating my toy plastic animals. That's probably the safe spot to do so, because really don't want to do that right where the waves are crashing onto you. Plus, you don't want to lose your favorite sea animal. So it's definitely a good place to be floating your toy boats here too. But just remember to keep them clean. I mean, clean them after each use so they don't get water damaged. Plus, don't want bacteria growing in your toy boats or whatever floating object you put on the water. And definitely keep your cell phones and recording device away from any liquefied elements, because you don't want them getting damaged or ruined, because that would not be good. They cost a lot of money to replace. So I would say exercise caution and just play on the beach at your own risk. Got my toy boat ready to float in the water. Got it hooked up to a fake fishing pole so that it doesn't float out to sea. So you can control it. I can control it where it moves. So let's go test it out. I was really hoping it would be floating straight, but I guess where I put the little hook on the boat doesn't really allow which direction you choose to float your boat. But see, this is an example of how the boat works. He's kind of floating backwards. So I'll definitely make sure I clean that boat before I store it or put it away. Looks like an orca washed up on shore. Actually, not a real orca, it's my toy killer whale. Yeah, definitely be careful around tide pools because you don't want to slip and fall in them, especially when they're deep in water. Looks like there's a boat out there. Looks like a fishing vessel or a crab boat. Yeah, that looks more like a fishing vessel. You can see behind the waves. There's the lighthouse again.